All right. Welcome to another episode of O Dark 30. Tonight's guest is a personal friend of mine. She's good people. She is Kelsi Skeef. Welcome, Kelsi.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm glad I asked, and you didn't even hesitate. You're like, yep,
No,
I'm in.
no. Well, I mean, just knowing who you are and the kind of person that you are, as soon as you told me about it, I was so excited for you because
Oh,
it just, I feel like it matches your personality.
oh,
Plus,
thank
I
you.
love to talk about what we do. So, no, I was really excited that you asked me, and I'm very excited for you that you're starting this journey.
It's been a absolute whirlwind. I still don't know what happened. We had technical difficulties just tonight trying to figure out how to do all this shit.
Sorry about
But
having to ask you, but it's fine. It's
we're on
fine.
this journey together tonight. So,
Hmm.
all right. So, Kelsi is a lady cop. How's that feel to be a lady cop?
Honestly, I love it.
Do
I
you
think
think do you think you get treated different because you're a lady cop?
I definitely do. Um, Especially like for us, like we work in the jail. Um, and I feel like the public definitely sees me differently. Um, just because of well, not even just being a female, but of being of a smaller stature. I think some people it's so weird because I get total opposite ends of the spectrum because I get like, well, you're just like a little girl type of thing, or there's the I don't know if it's like insecure men or whatever that are like, you're super intimidating. Like, I'm like 5'2".
You are super duper intimidating. Just
I
gonna say.
mean, I would say a lot of our coworkers like to think so. I'm like, why? I'm probably one of the weirdest and nicest people that you'll probably ever meet. So,
That tracks. That's pretty solid right there. Yeah.
especially the weird part, I'm sure.
Right. So
Right.
you're on a road. You came from a different agency
I did.
before moving to your current agency, and you were on the road for 2 years, about 2 years.
Yes. Yep. 2 years.
Okay.
Yep.
Before transferring to your current agency that you're at now.
Yes, which
So,
I actually had a couple of years off in between.
okay.
Uh,
So you didn't
yeah,
go right from one to the other.
right.
Okay. Okay. So you get a little road time, and I'm sure compared to what you do now, the stuff from your old agency was like head over shoulders different. Would you say that?
Yes. I mean, kind of I mean, obviously I can't speak from experience of like every single other agency in the country, but I think just because of what we do versus what I did, it's only mainly different setting is really the only big difference, because you have to interact with people the same. You have to be on your guard all the time. Um, and you still have to treat the people like humans. Like
Right.
it doesn't
And it's not just for female. I mean, that's for guys too. Like you have to interact. You have to talk to people. You have to use some sort of, you know, interpersonal skills.
absolutely. And honestly, I feel like even more so for guys. And like I don't mean this in a bad way, but I've even been told by men that women make better law enforcement officers for certain situations. Like I I'm fully willing to admit that I know that men are biologically just better built than women to handle like say use of horses. And that's not a bad thing. It's just a matter of fact. Um, but women, more often than not, tend to be better with communication skills and, or I guess interpersonal communication and being more aware of emotions in situations. So I would say like CIT skills, trying to talk people down or de-escalation. Like I said, not that men can't do that, but I think more often than not, women are better or more well equipped at being able to handle those situations.
Right. Like it's inherently in your DNA that you're more nurturing than men are.
Yes, we're more emotional
So
and that's
Right.
okay.
So yeah, you get a little bit better communication sometimes than men do. So that's no, that's a good statement that a lot of people don't even realize. They just see a chick cop, they're oh she's a bitch because she's a cop,
Yeah,
or she was bullied as a chick in school and now she's a cop to bully others. But guys get the same thing too.
yeah. I have actually gotten that from an inmate before, saying that I have this issue with control, and I'm like, "You just don't like accountability."
Right.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job. If anything, I would say probably 90% of the people I work with um, have no issues with me, and some of them will even tell me like, "Yeah, like you're hard, but you're also respectful."
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Hard but fair.
exactly. And it's just not that hard.
So in your time on the road or your current agency now, what would you say is one call or one incident that's taught you something about people? Since we're talking about people in IPC and communication stuff, what is one call that sticks out to you that has taught you something about people?
Mm, well, I would say one that I responded to, it was probably an accident that I had. Not me involved in the accident, but I responded to a single vehicle accident. So this guy, he was going around a curve and his wheel happened to lock up and he ended up hitting, I think, like three cars on the side of the road. He just bounced from one to the next because he couldn't get his wheel to turn. Um, so this guy, he happened to be suspended, and of course, like I'm digging into all that. Like, why are you driving while you're suspended? And he's telling me, well, the guys that I was with in the car, one had been drinking and one had like smoked or something like that. So while he was not supposed to be driving, he was doing what was better for the situation to make sure that his friends got home safe. So
Okay.
I totally respected that, like 100%. I was like, I'm still giving you a ticket for driving on suspended, but I respect you for doing what you did. And because of the way I approached the situation, he was totally understanding, totally fine about it. Well, the car was also not his. So no, it was one of his friends that was in the car with him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like he was driving some random person's car.
Which would have made the story even that much better.
Right. Well, so this friend had trusted him to drive the car. So if anything that happened to the car or the guy driving the car, it's kind of on him. Like he knew what he was doing, and he had his friend, who I'm pretty sure he knew was suspended, drive. I'm like, you're kind of the asshole here because you just got your friend in trouble. And you knew that your car was having some issues because I guess he had just had some repairs done like a couple weeks prior. Um, but like putting him in a really shitty situation, I'm like, that kind of sucks on your part, dude. Well, so then this kid, who's probably like, I say kid, he was probably, I want to say almost 30 years old, calls his mom, and which totally fine. Like, no matter what your age, if your parents are still around, you want to call them, let them know that something happened. That's fine. But his mom shows up, and right from the beginning, she's just trash talking the guy that was driving. And unfortunately, I think that this situation came to color of the skin. So the guy who owned the car, well, I guess technically his mom owned the car. Um, they were white, and the guy who was driving was black. And
Mom pull the race card.
oh, she didn't have to. You could just tell. Like so,
And that's unfortunate that that happens all
it
the
freaking
time.
sucks. It sucks because I I mean, this is kind of a tangent. During the time of COVID, um, obviously there was all the George Floyd stuff that happened, which terrible. Um, but as I'm sure you know, we received a lot of backlash during that time.
Yes.
And I had this one guy. tell me that I was a racist bitch. Let me also note that he is a white man. Um, Telling me that I'm a racist bitch. Like, just because I'm a cop makes me a racist bitch. Like, cool. That's awesome. So, but like in that kind of situation, like you have no idea why I'm doing this job. So don't just put that in my, or don't throw that at me that that's how I think, that's how I feel. You don't know me. You don't know why I'm doing this job. And I want to do this job to help people of all races, of all creeds, of all everything. So when this certain call with the accident, when the mom arrived, I just could tell that she was definitely showing some sort of, um, I guess, bias or some racism. And she was willing to take her son and the other friend in her car back to their house or whatever. Um, but
But not the guy that was driving.
but not the guy that was driving. And I, without being totally direct or trying to create an issue, I was kind of trying to ask her, like, why are you not willing to do this? Like, he doesn't have a place to go. Like, I was told he didn't have a place to go. And I'm like, it's just kind of a shitty situation that you're putting him in. And I don't even remember what she said, but she just kept chomping at the bit. And I eventually yelled at her and I said, "You need to leave right now," because she's creating a scene for something
She's
stupid. Like,
she's creating a way worse situation that even
yes,
needs to
like,
happen at all.
yes, this guy had no place to go.
Right.
So I guess kind of going back to your question, something that I learned, I I think getting into law enforcement, I realized how idealistic I was about a lot of things, and I always wanted to see the good in people. And I think I just realized like even people who can be perceived as good can always have really shitty moments like that. And as much as you want to see the good in everyone, there's not always 100% good there.
A lot of the times it's really hard to find that good in somebody.
Yes.
You hope for the best, you really do. But at the end of the day, you just kind of you can't. I mean, it's just not going to happen for everybody. It's just it's not out there. It's not
No,
going to happen.
no, it's not. And it's really unfortunate. It just kind of shows you how shitty the world really is. But
Right. I mean, even in my time as a firefighter, like you'd show up to help somebody, and it would be the same person day after day after day after day, and they would get tired of you helping them. Like, yo, don't call 911 if you don't want our help. Stop calling.
yeah,
But if we're going to be here to help you, don't be a dick about it. Like, you called for a reason. You needed some assistance of some sort. You don't have to be an asshole to me because I showed up to help you or assist you in some way.
yeah. Would you say more often than not, those are like the older population?
Yes.
Based
Was that
off,
too fast? Should I have thought about it more?
no, just I would just remember based off of running calls on the street and um, responding to assist fire and rescue. That's just more often than not, it was the older population.
They are really stuck in their ways.
Smell or um, their smoke detector, it keeps beeping or they keep smelling something and then they're bitter about it. It's like, well, you called.
You know how many times we showed up to like change batteries in a little old lady's fire smoke alarm? And it's our fault that it's going off.
You
Like,
didn't put
yo,
in
you bought this from
a request.
Walmart. This has nothing to do with us.
You got to get better batteries.
Yeah, exactly. Don't buy the cheap ones on Amazon. Buy the good ones.
Right. All right.
No, that was a good story. I like that one. That's a good dig on people. I like it.
I mean, people, I'm not afraid to be direct, but not be shitty. Like, I don't know. I even do it at work. I
I
will be direct and
I
not
do
be.
it too. I do it too. Like you try to be really direct with somebody, but also you try not to be a dick. But if you're dealing with the same person over and over and over again, it's you gotta cross a line at some point and pull the dick card out and be like, "Yep, time. This is it. I'm done." Because there's only so much you can actually do before you just yeah, I don't really want to help you anymore, dude. I don't want to try and help you because all you're going to do is cause problems.
Yes, 100%.
All right, let's move forward. So, in your time with your previous agency or your current agency, it doesn't really matter. Um, and this could be one of either ways. So, either a shift that started normal and kind of went sideways or became memorable, or one that like you can laugh about now, but at the time was just absolute fucking chaos.
Let's see.
That's a good one, huh?
That is a really good one because it makes me think. Like if I'm being honest, I don't think back a lot on uh, stuff from my previous agency.
Well, here I'll get you roll. So, when I was a firefighter in Lake of the Ozarks, so we were up on the northwest side of the lake. Little department. We had 3 or 4 guys on shift, and that was it. Like a little district, fire district. And it was wintertime, and we got an ice storm because that's what we get in the Midwest are stupid ice storms.
And then it's 70 degrees next week.
Right. And we probably had like it was a bad, like an epic ice storm. And we probably had a 1/4 inch ice on everything. And we got a call. We got in a rig, pulled out of the bay, and we had a slight like uphill to get off our ramp, our apron,
hmm
and we couldn't make it. So the guy that was he wasn't a captain, he was a shift commander or something. He was just a firefighter that was seniority to everybody else. He goes, "Okay, we're going to jump in a pickup truck." I was like, "To go to a car crash? Like that's our like medical rescue truck." And he goes, "Yeah, it's got 4-wheel drive." It's like, "Okay, but it doesn't weigh very much and we don't have snow or ice tires." Same thing happens. We couldn't make it off the apron
Oh
up
my
the drive.
god.
He goes, "Okay, well, it's right up the street. We're going to walk." No, 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 we're
Okay.
not.
Yeah,
And
you're
he
the
took off and
pilot.
started walking up the hill. So we were in the grass hiking up this hill, and it's like a 1/4 mile away to the wreck, which is uphill anyways. And we get up there, we're on the wrong side of the road from where the crash is, so we have to cross this road. He steps out on the road. This is the funniest shit ever. He steps out on the road, and he had some tactical girth. Um, he was a big fella. He stepped out on that road, and he went down so hard. And I'm not talking he just fell and stayed there. I'm talking he fell and started sliding down the road back towards the station. And he's yelling, he's like, "Come grab me." And I'm like, I'm not going down with that ship, dude. Sorry.
I'm with you if I do.
Which is pretty much what happened because I stepped out, I went down, I didn't slide down the hill, the road. I was like on my hands and knees trying to crawl across this road. And it's like a normal ass road in a town. Like thank God nobody else is sliding out of control down this road because they would
Right.
have just mowed over 2 firefighters looking like
Yep.
dum dums sliding down the road. I had to hand over hand crawl on my knees to get across the road, and it took me like 10 minutes. Just the most asinine thing I'd ever done in the fire service. Crawling on my hands and knees to go help somebody who probably didn't even need help. They were probably gone from the car wreck because they were drunk and walked home.
God. You need like I guess it wouldn't be snowshoes. You need
The
like
little yak
track
tracks,
shoes.
yak tracks.
Is that what that's called? The ones that have like big spikes in them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, those are crampons. Crampons for ice climbing, but yak tracks are the ones that slip on over your boots with the little wires that help you walk on ice.
Yeah, they need some of those just in case because you never know what happens in the Midwest. But also, you him recommending, oh, well, let's just go get in the truck. At first, I thought you just meant like a random, like
Just a
some
random
at
truck.
work. I'm like, that is sounds like the most Midwestern thing. Just go up in the truck.
Well, he probably would have like jumped in his Jeep because he had a Jeep at one point, like a Jeep Wrangler.
Mm.
He probably would have done that if he wasn't sliding down the hill. Maybe he's still sliding down that hill. I have no idea.
Oh man, I don't, I don't envy you in that position as a firefighter.
It was fun though. I loved it.
Oh, I'm sure it was. I enjoyed getting to watch the firefighters do their thing.
Oh yeah,
Um,
lady cops love to watch us.
uh, yeah. Oh, I'm sure that haha, that's funny.
It is funny.
I thought of a story. I got
Okay,
one. I got a
bring it
crazy
on. I'm still waiting on it.
So, this day was great. So, it was actually my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Uh, oh, yeah, thanks. It's not my birthday, bitch.
I know,
It
but it was for the story, and I didn't tell
was,
you happy
yes,
birthday during the story, so I'm telling you now.
it
Happy
was the
birthday.
happiest of fucking birthdays. It was
Oh, I
great.
bet it was.
Yeah. So the shift started off fine. It was just normal. So speaking of fire, I had actually happened to be at the firehouse and a call came out for I think it was for a dip, which was a drunken public, or something along those lines. But um, he was being belligerent, and he just happened to be at the bar right across the street from the firehouse. So I'm like, oh, I'm right here, and I don't think I even got dispatched to it. So I took the call and I was like, hey, I'm right here. Um, they gave perfect description. I walk outside, I see him, and I knew the guy because he was a repeat offender.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I called his name. I was like,
Regular.
yes. Yeah. I was like, I'm trying to think of the word. That sounds better. He's a regular. I'm like, oh my God, this is about to happen right now. So I call his name. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he turns around and he kind of starts trotting. So I walk his direction. I love how I said trotting, by the way. Um,
That was excellent use of the word trotting.
he started jogging to the
It was
intersection.
better trotting. I'm picturing a dude coming out of a bar trotting down the road.
Well, he was also very flamboyantly gay.
So
He
prancing.
probably was
So
actually.
let's go with prancing then. All right,
he
we're prancing now.
was more so prancing. Yes.
Okay, we've upgraded. Okay.
Yes. So I follow him toward the intersection. Car's starting to go, so like I give his direction of travel, and like he's
Wait, are
heading
you
this way.
walking?
I was
Are
walking.
you're on foot at this point?
I thought I was about to go into a foot pursuit, but I didn't know if I really had enough to go into pursuit.
Do you chase somebody who's prancing and also prance so you can like keep pace, or do you actually run after said person?
I
I don't know how that works.
I think it would look better to be prancing along with them.
I agree because you know
Yeah,
it'd look better on the cops episode if you're prancing after the dude prancing.
100%.
Okay,
I probably should have, but I never took off running, just because I didn't really have enough to stop him. Well, I gave his direction of travel, and I believe the call was still going. So I went and got in my car, headed to his direction, and then I guess dispatch got another call that there was male of the same description who was urinating in public. I'm like, oh great, now we got something.
so
So
prancing down the road, bathroom break. I
yeah,
mean, yeah, it all tracks.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
So he was like skirting behind buildings, so I never got eyes of him. And finally, he was maybe like a couple blocks down the road. Um, my sergeant and another officer stopped him, and then he's trying to like get the heck out of Dodge, but they stopped him, took him to the ground, and I get there and his face is all covered in mulch, which was great. So because they had taken him to the ground, they had to call fire. They came, checked him out, and he was good to go. Of course, since I was the primary, they're like, all right, you ready? Like, great. He's going to jail. We got him in the car, and he's just mouthing off the whole time. And before we even take off out of the parking lot, and before I could radio in, letting him know we were on our way to the jail, he started smashing his head into my cage.
Good, good,
Like,
good, good.
oh, this is awesome. So I was eventually able to talk him down, but he would still randomly do it. But not enough for me to like have to stop at a station on the way or something. Um, so we get to the jail. Well, actually, first on the way there, he randomly throughout the drive was singing show tunes.
Oh,
Either that, actually, I think he was singing Ariana Grande. So I I started playing some
did you
Ariana.
sing along with him?
No, but he was
Well,
singing
that's
one
rude.
song. Well, I
One,
remember
that's
he
rude.
was singing what that was kind of rude because I love Ariana Grande. But one
Shout out to
song,
Ariana if you're listening.
right?
Um,
You're gonna get big, right?
let's hope so.
um, so he's singing one of the songs. I'm like, oh, that's a good song. So I connected my phone to the car and I played the song for him.
That's nice of
He's
you.
like very somberly in the back seat singing along with it.
Just
His,
singing his heart out, just
yes,
pouring it out.
it was great. So we get there, and of course, because of the bump that he had on his head from smashing his head on the cage,
Poor little fella.
nurse was like, yeah, he needs to go to detox first. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Because I didn't know, you never know how long you're gonna sit there. So get him back in the car, and detox was like a couple blocks down the road. So took him over there. They got him checked out, and they said he was fine, no concussion or whatever. So once they were good to send him back to the ADC, we went over there. And then the whole time that we're at the window talking to the magistrate, he is screaming show tunes.
Oh,
Specifically,
he's progressed from somberly singing them in the back of your car to just screaming the shit out of them.
yes, because
Nice.
he did not want to hear what the magistrate had to say. I'm like, dude, you understand if you don't answer these questions that she can pretty much do whatever she wants at this point. And then he's just singing still.
I mean, it's the logical answer when speaking to a judge that you don't want to hear what said judge says is to scream show tunes. That's where people progress. That's the logical answer.
Yes, very specifically, the song, I will always remember it. He was singing Like a Virgin
Ooh,
by Madonna.
that's a good
Yes.
one to sing in jail.
Yeah.
That is a
Uh,
great one to sing in jail.
yeah.
So
I
I
mean, it
did
was hilarious, but Jesus.
when I don't even know if I was out of the military yet or not. I went back home and I did a ride along with my cousin, who I'm going to have on here in a few episodes because he recently retired. Um, he was a detective, patrol, all that stuff. It
Good
has
for
really
him.
good stories. And I went on a ride along with him from like, he was working midnights. Most of his crew worked midnights. And I went on a ride with him and it was great. We had so much fun. I mean, hauling ass through town. And I mean, hauling ass through town to a domestic that turned into like an active shooter call
Mm.
or something like that. They were crazy. We got there. I was like, dude, just take a breath. He's like, I had just gotten, maybe I was out of the military or just gotten back from Afghanistan. And he's like, I understand that you've been shot at before, but I haven't. I was like, just take a breath. You're fine, dude. You're good. All in one night, we did that call. We did a bar fight, and I remember we got to the bar, and I'm sitting in the passenger seat in civilians, and we get to the bar, and I mean it was a brawl on the sidewalk in front of the bar, and my cousin gets out and he goes, "Stay in the car." I was like, "Okay." Like, I don't know what I'm
Ooh,
going to do anyways, but
shooter.
okay. And his partner gets out of the car next to us and has one of those fire extinguisher OC sprays and just runs up and just hoses the shit out of the entire crowd in front of the bar. It was
Yeah.
amazing. We arrested somebody that night. We went down to the jail and booked him in. And my cousin's like, you got to see this shit. And there's a guy that worked in the jail. He goes, hey man, I don't remember the dude's name. He's like, hey, this is my cousin. Show him that trick. And he's like, oh, okay. Pulls his OC spray out, gets a styrofoam cup, sprays his OC in his cup, and then drinks it.
What?
Yes, drinks it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sociopath, complete sociopath. Doesn't even bother him. This is all in one night still, right? So I think it was the dude that we took to the jail that was during the ride to the jail was just acting an absolute fool in the back of the car, kicking the cage, screaming at the top of his lungs, and just acting a fool, you know. And at one point, he stops dead and he goes, "And who the fuck is this guy in the car?" And my cousin, without skipping a beat, he goes, "Oh, he's with internal affairs. He has to ride with me now because the last guy that was in my car that acted the way you were, I pulled out of the car and beat the shit out of him." The dude didn't say a word the rest of the time to the jail. Like, didn't say a peep.
That's fucked up.
And I was like a kid. There's no way I was AI or IA.
When you said AI, I
I said, there's no way I'm AI either.
thought of
So since I named my show Oh Dark 30, I like to get a good Oh Dark 30 story from people. Because nothing good happens after midnight. Everybody knows that. What's one of your good nothing good happens after midnight stories? You're giggling already.
I actually have a pretty good one. I feel like a pretty simple story, but I, it's funny. I think it's so funny.
Bring it
Um,
on. Let's do it.
Now it wasn't funny in the moment
At the
because
time, oh no,
it
they
was
never are.
literally, I swear to God. So DUIs, I feel, or not even just DUIs, drunk related things, or some sort of stupid incident where you need to take someone to the jail, happen right before the end of shift.
Of course.
I swear. So it was Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I think it was Valentine's. I think it was. I can't remember if it was Valentine's Day going into the 15th or the 13th going into the.
The end of or the beginning of?
Yeah, I think it actually might have been the end of. So at the time, I was on evening shift, and our shifts were 11 hours. I worked 3 p.m. to 2 a.m. And I was literally on my way back to the station.
Ooh,
And
that sucks.
yeah, so this is like at that point, in the area that I was at the time, it's pretty much the same as the Midwest. Like I feel like the weather has kind of shifted. It's not really bad during our midwinter anymore, like around Christmas. It's mainly around like February and March, and that's how it was out there. Um, so roads were kind of getting icy, and I'm literally the only car on the road. But then I see this guy starting to walk across the intersection. I'm like, oh
Does
my
he eat shit and slide all the way down the road?
God.
I'm just wondering. Maybe it was us.
He didn't slide all the way down the road, but let me tell you, that man ate shit. And I knew it as soon as I saw him walking because he was like doing like the penguin shuffle. I'm like, I swear to God, if this guy falls right now. And I was like, at the very least, like end of my shift, if I gotta call fire, it is what it is. Get him checked
It's
out.
their problem now.
Right. Yeah, because I love to do that. Especially with drunks. Um, so pulled the car over, turned my lights on. I'm like, dude, are you okay? Like you ate shit pretty hard because he smacked his head on the ground. Um, and he's like, no, like I'm okay. I asked him if he wanted to get checked out by EMS. He's like, no, like it's fine. I'm almost home anyway. And I'm like, okay, well, where's home? Because as I'm talking to him, I can smell the alcohol. It's like that's really bad. It was really bad. Um, and he's like, it's somewhere over there, but he couldn't give me a specific address.
Well, it's over there. Obviously, it's just over there.
Yeah. So
You
I
know,
guess he had just moved, but I think he moved in the same apartment complex, but he couldn't give me the address. I'm like, dude, if you don't know what apartment you're in, I can't just let you go. Because I asked him, I was like, so I can tell that you've been drinking because I can smell it coming from you, like all the clues, like you can see his eyes. Um, I was like, how many beers have you had?
two,
He's like,
two beers.
times six. He had 12
Good for
beers.
him.
He had a
Good for
whole
him.
pack of Corona.
Celebrating that Valentine's Day.
Right. Well, this is where it gets kind of uh, shitty for him. So he calls his wife. I was like, I need to get your address because if I don't have your address, I'm going to have to take you to jail because I can't just let you go. Like, you're very drunk.
Boo.
And I hated to be that person. I never wanted to be that person. But I don't think he was even able to like show me where to go either. So I was like, if we can call someone that's at home and I can get your address, I will take you home. Especially because it's the end of my shift and I don't want to do this paperwork right now. Well, so he called his wife, and long story short of that phone call, she did not give him the address, and she hung up on him
Oh, good for her.
because he had spent all of Valentine's Day hanging out with his friend drinking beer instead of with his wife. So I was like, damn, dude. Yeah, I'm
You
really
couldn't call
sorry.
her back and like reason with her?
Well, I even
Like,
talked to her. I explained to her. I said, "Ma'am, if you don't give the address right now," I think the biggest thing was she didn't want to get up out of bed. Swear to
oh,
God.
come on.
Yeah. Like she just needed really the apartment number. Because I even knew where he was talking about. But I'm like, if you don't know where you're going, I can't. Like I said, I just can't let him go. So I explained to her very thoroughly. I said, if you can't give us the address, I am going to take him to jail for being drunk in public. And she's like, that's fine. Go ahead, take him.
Good for her.
It's like, you know what? Go off because he should have been at home with you hanging out on Valentine's Day, not
Right.
hanging out with his buddy drinking beer.
You hear that, fellas? Don't go out with your buddies on Valentine's Day. Go out with your girl
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's really shitty.
and get drunk with her.
Yeah. Like,
Right.
why would you not want to? Or at the very least, bring her along to hang out with your buddy. But now, if your buddy doesn't have a significant other, I would say probably not. Let's
Well,
avoid
it's
that
too bad for him.
because that's kind of weird.
Right.
Right. Um, So yeah, poor guy ended up taking him to jail. So yeah, that's probably one of my only stories after dark because like I said, I got or after dark, after midnight, um, I went through like the worst time possible getting started in law enforcement because COVID hit
Ooh.
right as soon as I hit the street.
So
So
it's a little quieter.
it was
Not
like
a lot of traffic.
yeah, and I was never afraid to say the Q word because it didn't fucking matter
Right.
because it was
Well, then
always
I'm not even going to ask you what your craziest traffic stop is because you don't have one.
okay. Well, I did get to run traffic once we
Okay.
finally like. Well, I mean, yes. At first, we weren't running a whole lot of traffic. I mean, we had a curfew, I think, of like 10 p.m. So usually, if you saw a car out after, you're like, hmm,
You're drunk.
that's suspicious. Yeah, because usually people weren't out unless they were going to do some shit they weren't supposed to. Um,
Okay, then what's your craziest traffic stop?
my craziest traffic stop. My God. Okay, so this is going to be a really embarrassing story, actually.
Those are even better.
Um, this might take our friendship to a whole different level.
It's already there, Kelsey. It's already there.
So I was still in FTO, and um, so my last agency, I don't know what their statute is now in regards to marijuana and like plain smell, but I think along with the other traffic violation, I could smell just being behind the car in my cruiser. I could smell the weed. So,
They were smoking that strong shit, huh?
oh yeah, yeah. But um, once I got them pulled over, I explained like, hey, this is reason why I stopped you. I started doing my investigation and did end up finding some like paraphernalia in the car. And I am sitting in my cruiser writing up tickets because for
Did they light up while you're writing them a ticket?
no,
Oh,
this is so fucking embarrassing. So, like I said, I was still in FTO. So I'm there on the traffic stop with my FTO, and one of our, I think he was a corporal at the time, he pulls up just to back. And I started getting this feeling in my stomach while I'm writing them tickets. And I looked at my FTO and I'm like, dude, I'm about to shit my pants right now.
we
He's
got
like,
to go.
so he was like, are you serious? I'm like, yes, I'm literally sweating so bad and I feel like it's about to come out right now.
You got the shit sweats.
So thank God we happened to be right next to a 7-Eleven. He's like, okay, well, I think he felt more awkward than anything. At least I hope that's what he was thinking and not just like you're incompetent. He's like, "Just go to the 7-Eleven real quick, and we'll stay right here with them." I was like, "Okay, I'll be right back." Oh.
I'm gonna get my buddy Matt on the call that I used to be a firefighter with, her on the show, and that happened to him one time. He was an engineer, and they got toned out to a call, and they get out of the station, get out on the road, and he stops and he looks at the captain. And he goes, "We cannot take this call." The captain's like, "What?" He goes, "I'm about to shit my pants." And they turned the rig around and went back to the house, and they had to page it out to a different station so somebody could take this call. But he's like, "We cannot take this call."
Oh,
It
shit.
happens to everybody.
Yeah, 100%. There's no way it doesn't. No,
That
but
should have been your nothing good happens after midnight call.
well, I don't know if it happened after midnight. I can't even remember, but it was dark. I will at least say that. No,
So
I swear to God, after that incident, I felt like I needed to wear Depends every fucking day. That
I
was the
thought you
way-
did now, anyways.
Huh?
Don't you know, anyways? I thought you did.
Wear Depends?
Yeah, don't you? Oh, I thought you did. Somebody told me you did.
What? You're
So
so
you worked.
so fucked up. Anyways,
You worked. Did you work primarily evenings?
yeah, all the shifts that I worked were evenings. I may have done like day shift on overtime every once in a while,
So
but
which shift? And this is different for everybody. Which shift had the like biggest characters or like nuttiest people
mm, hmm.
or weirdos?
I would say probably evening shift because I think that's when we dealt with. Well, it was almost at the crossover time, really, like from when.
Like a swing.
Yeah, it was like when Days and Eves were still on at the same time because we overlapped. I think Days got off at 5. Yeah, because they started at 6. Um, or no, I think they got off at 6. Started at 7. I don't freaking remember. But anyways, we would always get EDPs, emotionally disturbed people, after like I want to say like 6 or 7 p.m. maybe.
Was that when the doors unlocked from the crazy place?
I kind of like it.
That's
It's
weird.
kind of like it was, yeah.
That's
Um,
super weird.
well, and another thing too, we had a bar right in the center of town. It was like always where people went to. So if we had like any fights or um, like drunken public people, it was always right in the center of town.
Okay.
But I mean, we dealt with our fair share of crazy people. Is that what your question was?
Well, it could be the. No, I'm good with that. That actually works for an answer. I'm just talking about the people that work on the shift. Who are the
Oh, like
crazy ones on shift? Yeah,
oh, my people.
like midnights people are super weird.
Oh my god. Literally,
Daytime people are super weird.
now I totally understand your question. And yes, the Midnights people were so fucking weird on my shift. I mean, I loved them to death. They were great people. But when it was warmer outside, we were probably like summer going into fall when it was starting to get cooler. They would literally park all of their cruisers in the same spot and then just go walk. Find, they would just go walk finding shit. We were in a
Like literal like beat cop.
yes, like they would get out on foot patrol almost every night, I would say, especially during the weekend.
That's
At least
so weird.
like yeah.
Were they supposed to do that or they just did it?
They just did it. Well, I mean like the midnight sergeant would go and do it with them.
Huh. That's interesting. They just yeah.
Yeah, it was very interesting. But one of those people I won't name his name, but he would go into shift with a blender bottle of Bang with pre-workout in it.
Nice.
Swear to God. He was like literal squirrel, high functioning ADHD, crazy. But like he was super gung ho and he always wanted to find stuff, which is
Well,
awesome.
yeah, because he was jacked up on energy drinks and creatine.
Yes. Yeah. He was, you want to say crazy. He was definitely crazy. He was always trying to find shit. Always.
So how do you think the job in the last couple of years? How do you think it's changed you?
That's a I feel like that's a very loaded question.
It is a loaded question.
Um, I would say that it's changed me quite a bit. Um, I would say in more ways for the better. Um, when I was so before everything, before academy, all the stuff. Still am now kind of a recovering people pleaser. I was very much that before going into law enforcement, and um, still kind of have some issues with it now. Um, but when I went through the academy, it gave me so much confidence, and it like instilled a different level of respect in me. Like I've always been a super respectful person, like yes or no sir type of person. Um, but I don't, maybe it was also like figuring out how to get respect back, because before I always let people walk all over me all the time. Just because I didn't really like conflict, but it helped. I would say it even helped with that, like being more confrontational and realizing that confrontation wasn't a bad thing. Like it's literally just it's addressing something so you can get to the bottom of the issue,
Right. Okay.
which I think has even helped me in my outside life, like with my family and addressing problems. Now, law enforcement, when I first started, like I said, was right when COVID hit. Well, during those first couple of years, I also went through a very traumatic relationship. And while that's not law enforcement related, it kind of is like adjacent to the situation, I'd say. Um, I ended up kind of losing myself and my confidence very quickly through that relationship, but also like not being able to get exposed to a lot because of COVID and not getting to go on as many calls at first. I lost me because of the job, because of the relationship, and also outside factors. People, I won't say specifically who, like telling me, like I had the line of duty death app or like the officer down memorial page, and they would remind me of this constantly. I'm like, I understand this. I know I'm getting all of those notifications from the app. I don't need you to tell me. I don't need to hear that this officer got shot on a traffic stop. I don't need to hear all that. Um, where I'm going with this, I would say that there's been a whole lot of changes in me around law enforcement and because of law enforcement. Um, I sorry, my dogs are being crazy. Stop it.
Crazy dogs.
So stupid. Okay. So like I said, I kind of lost me in everything, and you would think that because of the nature of our job that administration would be really big about like making sure that officers are okay, right? Yeah. So at my previous agency, preached so much on uh, officer wellness, and they wanted to make sure that their officers were okay, fit for duty, that we were watching out for each other. And now I did have a couple of those people at my agency, but once I really was going through um, the thick of everything, what I get is a hey, just so you know, um, command staff might be noticing this. I just want to let you know before it gets to you so you can start um, kind of picking up your activity, because I was lacking in activity, but because of this like terrible um what's the word? I know what word I'm thinking. Debilitating fear that I had to be able to run traffic or to answer calls, because I thought that I was going to die in every single incident that I could have. taken part
that
of.
they push that so hard. The officer down page, the videos on YouTube.
Yes.
And a lot of times it's like, can we stop watching these and start watching good videos of cops doing really good things?
Right.
Because this shit's bringing me down. And
Well,
they I get it. Awareness. I totally
yes.
get it. But to a point that you do that to people, you put that fear into them and they
Yes.
can't function anymore.
Yes. And I
Like, I
totally
get it. Make it known, make it aware. Don't shove it down the throats because, yeah, some people aren't going to handle that. And they'll be like, well, I don't ever want to stop a car because I'm going to get shot and killed
yes.
because that's what I see on YouTube.
Yeah, and I don't even think, like, I almost had this kind of moment, like an epiphany just now. It's like they weren't actually putting that material out for us. They were putting that out for the public to see, like, "Hey, this is actually what we deal with, and you should feel bad for us." Okay, well, we're the ones who watch and actually analyze those videos to see, how did this person do this wrong? How can I not do what that person did to make sure I don't die on my next traffic stop? Like, you're not gonna
Absolutely.
get your normal person watching those videos,
Yeah,
like,
there's not normal civilians out there watching that stuff at
yeah,
all.
yeah. Like, if you'd almost have to be a person in law enforcement forcing people to watch those videos to actually make them watch them, because people were not our friends in 2020. They did not care.
No, no, not
Not
even
at
a
all.
little bit.
No.
So
But
to piggyback off all that, what do you wish that the public understood better about our job?
that it's not easy. Like, there,
It's a
especially,
hard job that has hard days, but it's also a good job that has good days.
yes, and it's so rewarding, and I understand, but this is the same thing with every profession, but of course for us, we are more in the public eye. There are going to be bad people at every job. And while I 1000% agree that we don't really have room to have bad people in our profession, there's only so much that we, as the lowly people on the bottom of the totem pole, can do about it.
Right.
I
I mean,
mean,
I we always used to say in the fire department, our very best days that we had at the fire department were somebody's worst day ever. Because our best day, hey, job town, we're kicking in the front door and we're going in and putting fire out. But that person whose door we just kicked in, they lost everything in a fire. But
yeah.
but we had our best day because we went to job town and we got to fight fire. It's crazy. Or like a car wreck that doesn't end well, we get to pull out really cool tools and cut a car up into tiny little pieces.
But even to go with that, your jaws of life might not be able to get somebody out of that car, or you
Right.
might be trying to get a dead person out of the car.
Right.
And
Which
people
has
don't think
happened.
about that. Now,
No.
I will say though, firemen, I feel like they're the ones who are put more on a pedestal because they're not the ones who at any point in time might have to potentially kill somebody. And I can understand that. But it's also not fair. Like, I understand that we choose our profession. I understand that there could be a moment that I might have to draw my firearm on somebody, but I don't want to. I would never I have never in my entire life ever thought that I want to pull a gun on someone.
I didn't actually even want to be a cop. When I got back from Afghanistan, that a lot of guys that I was with, they went into that profession. I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to be put in a situation where it's me or somebody else because I've already done that and I didn't like it. And so it wasn't really a profession. I mean, it's always been on the back burner for a long, long time, but it wasn't something that I felt like I had to do, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that's great. My dog's fucking peeing on the rug.
Yay!
Bastard.
That's
God,
amazing.
you're a bitch. It's fine. I'll
That's,
take it. I knew it.
that's,
I knew it was gonna happen. It's fine.
well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. This has been fun. It's been good.
Yeah, I could have talked forever.
I learned that you almost shit your pants on a call, and I am totally going to hang that over your head from now on.
I can't wait until our coworkers listen to this podcast. Actually, to give you a fun little tidbit of that, when I was in the academy, my nickname was Code Brown.
Yes. And
Yeah.
as it shall be now,
Yes.
forevermore. Code Brown.
Yes.
Kelsi Code Brown is. I thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, making time
Absolutely.
for me tonight. We both had very busy days. You've had a very busy week.
Yes, I have. It's been a very long.
And we're like, let's just do this now. And then technical issues and dogs and dog pee. And I mean, the show can't get any more real than it already is. And I may not even edit that out. I might just leave the dogs peeing on the floor because this is real life, Kelsey. It's real life. This is where we
It really,
live.
it's very real in my household every single day. It's great. It's what happens when you have a puppy.
I'm so glad you sat down with me tonight.
I am
Um,
too. This was
I,
very, it was a lot of fun.
I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being on my show. Um, yeah, if we can, we'll do this again. It's been very fun. I don't even know how to end it tonight. I think we're just gonna end it. It's been
Yes,
fun.
it has been very fun. I'm glad that you asked me to come on. I would be more than happy to come on again.
Absolutely. Back by popular demand.
Hopefully. Let's hear from Officer Poopy Pants.
Officer Poopy Pants, Code Brown, coming back in. Well, everybody, I appreciate you hanging out with us, listening to us tonight. Hope you got something good out of it. Maybe you got something better. I don't know. It's the way it is. But
Hopefully, some talking points.
right. But
Yeah.
until next time, be safe out there.